Okay, so we don't have any fatigues. We're gonna speak to Thunder at the next stop. I'm gonna save his love for when we need it. The show goes on. A handful of patrons stand outside Samuel's roadhouse while Samuel himself surveys the damage. The structure appears sound, but he's wringing his hands as you approach. Poor Samuel. Can't recall the last time we had a quake like that. You alright, kiddo? Yeah, I'm fine. You're a good dude, Samuel. We're lucky. A lot of others in town, not so much. I got a plan though, just need your help. Alright, give us a plan, Sam. Folks are going to need feeding, whether they're from Bartow or from out in the country a ways. Now I'm thinking, time to turn this roadhouse into Bartow's one and only community food cooperative. Keeping folks fed no matter how the quake impacted them. It's a good idea. I expect it's going to be a busy time, and probably short-staffed on top of it all. But then I blame myself. Between injuries and damaged homes, this is the last place they ought to be working. Can we... Oh, I don't want to squeeze him into a blue. Ah, fudge. No choice. Oh man, why would you play that? We've got bigger problems here. I can't play into that. Samuel, what? I don't have a distressed. Why would you do that? No worries, I get it. Long days all round. That's kind of sad if you're able to play. Why would you play that? Okay. Maybe, okay. Hey! Samuel! Hey, let me just play a curse card into your curse. Oh, wait. My point of being, lots of good folks are going to go hungry. I'll do my part, but I got limited supplies. If you help me get stocked on non-perishables, I'd appreciate it real deep. You leave Samuel take stock. All around town, others are checking on each other as well. Hopefully supplies will last. Samuel, stock up on non-perishable food. Okay, we're gonna make this happen. I don't want to distress. No freaking way. Dried fruit is non-perishable. Good call, Adam Sims. So we're gonna have to swap. Man, I want to chat it. I definitely don't want to pick up that. I guess we just lose one of our logicals. Oh, our chatters. It sucks. The insertion's probably better than that though. We're going to talk to you at the next town. Good boy. You're going to help us stay unfatigued. The caravan never arrived in Bartow. That's okay. So, Elias wants some scraps to help with repairs, and we need non-perishable food. So, where are we likely to get scraps from? Where did we get... We got some scraps last time. Was that from Anka? I also want to see if we can talk to someone and find out down here. We could hit them last, and maybe we can go from Harrow back to Bartow. So we do like this round. And we just stay away from, like, they're requiring light blue. I want to stay away from light blue, which is like all this stuff. Oh, the wave dancer. That'd have to be for a different playthrough. So we'll go like Buckin into Anka, come through Desert Oasis. We might hit one of these two, but go Clifton, Pachenko, Hara. Yeah, dog got Scrappo from... A movement catches your eye off the road in the distance. Choose a card to sacrifice. It will be replaced by a copy of another card in your deck. No. Okay, it's not awful. It's basically a double green. Except you don't get a buffer with it. Lone dirt road bustles with activities and repairs. New construction. Shopkeepers sweep glass, right displays. Townsfolk pitch in wherever they are able. Freshly painted marquee announces latest shows from the city. Is chocolate non-perishable? Probably not, but we'll eat it all the same. As swarm and direct labourers across broken tracks, engineers scribble over topography maps. Miriam has set up a table of free hot chocolate in the railroad workers. Her tip jar is completely full. Don't be cranky, Miriam. I told the youngsters that I didn't want their money. They insisted. I had to get a jar to keep the bills from blowing away. The community's strong, Miriam. Maybe you should be strong too. Want a buffer? Yeah, there's no point seeing a card. Oh, nice. Kill green orange. That's nice. The cacao mixture wasn't good enough for chocolate bars, but makes a fantastic hot drink. The ingredients are sourced from all over. I didn't think I'd be giving so much product away to grown adults. Guess that's what happens when I feel taken care of. The worst part? I could have moved years ago, but the clods in charge kept floating down the railroad repairs. Hope little Bassinio and his brother's doing alright. They were in a rough place even before all this. Even with the railroad, got to have savings to get out. They're doing just fine. It's fine. Why didn't you play one of the green cards? You had 4 green cards you could have played. You're cheating. It's hard to hear over all this construction. Yeah, look, she had those cards. Isn't that the whole point of seeing what they have? To see if they have something that matches? You could have played. You chose not to play. Matilde said it's all looking up for them, but she also said Buckin was the worst rain in the decade. Instead, we got the earthquakes. Yeah, Miriam, why Pepe hands? There's no future if people aren't able to get out and find themselves. I got to support the railroad, even if I'm already here. Alright, Miriam. Miriam, don't be dumb. Got there. Can I have some chocolate mix, please, Miriam? Go take some chocolate to the works over there. Let them know they're doing an amazing job. Take some for yourself too, if you like. Alright, we got some chocolate bars. Well, I think I like that one better than that one. Let's speak to Matilde. While the engineers work to repair the railroad, other Buckin residents chip in as well. Washwomen distribute cold towels, musicians sing to raise morale, and Matilde hands out cups of iced matcha. I'm glad that you're here. We might not be engineers, but everyone's got a role when disaster rolls into town, yeah? Could you help me hand out drinks? Sweetly. I really want to get that safety, but I think I could have played. Nice. I'm afraid that I can't get you a tea reading, since my powers only work with hot tea. Doesn't stop Miriam from asking, though. Even if I had hot tea on hand, I think there's a part of me that doesn't want to do it right now. You know? I know, Matilde. I'm usually reading for romance or a baby's fortune. This is bigger than any of that. This is the survival of Buckin. What if the wolf skull turns up? Ooh. Yeah, what if? I did a reading for an old girlfriend once. She got the wolf skull, and her mum died a week later. She blamed me for the bad luck, and I've lied about bad readings ever since. Ooh, no one's supposed to lie. I don't know if I can condone that. You're right. I don't feel as connected to my art if I don't tell people the truth. Maybe I'll give all the workers a reading tomorrow. She'll start talking to you about different signs, and some of the labourers are curious enough to ask her for readings. Her shop will be busy next week, it seems. Oh, good. Ooh, hey, that's an interesting one. I mean, I don't want it, but it's interesting. I mean, is it better than a green to a green? No, because you don't get the safety. I could probably help out some fatigue, I guess. You don't need the safety if you have good conversations, though. Into Anka. Someone here might have some scrap available. The winding alleys of Anka are strangely subdued. Many of the shops shuttered despite the hour. An acrid smell fills the streets, leaking from some unknown source. The train station sits dark and empty. Let's speak to Little Bassinio. So Kid and Candy Store, if the kid were also robbing it. Little Bassinio and his crew emerge from the broken window of storefront, pocket stuffed with stolen goods. Yo, you've noticed this place is a total free-for-all since the earthquakes. When I say free-for-all, I mean free for me and my crew. You shouldn't be looting, dude. It's not cool. Not cool. Let's see if we can fix this. Oh, wait. Hold off on that, no? Uh-oh. We got there though, but that's going to be not good. It used to be just the soap was free, but seriously, old tech, food and drink, hockey sticks. Literally every item in Anka is now available at the 5-finger discount. I think, yeah, everyone's got this new distress. Maybe I should have taken one, but perhaps I said a little too much. You're cool. We had a friendly game of Finders Keepers, ain't you? Not so much. Play double distress into that dude. Hard to concentrate with all this free stuff around. Dude, double distress, not cool, man. Oh, and he's playing into that distress. Don't play that one, little bastardino. Bastardino. Oh, we're not going to win this conversation unless that's a green. Redraw. Alright, at least we can feed up into that. Hey, Aiken Blake, you hear that? We got a law-abiding citizen here. Oh, so if we fail this conversation, we're law-abiding. Oh, why wouldn't you play that one, dude? Not that I could play anyway. Oh. Uh-oh. Either you're a friend of this crew or you ain't. What's it gonna be? Oh, mate. We're not going to win a conversation with him. I don't think I'd ever want to take that. Oh, maybe we have to replace those. That sucks. Let's go speak to his big brother. Oh, wow, he's all distressed as well. Oh, he's got a pair of tools. He's got spare parts and stuff. We've got to get this conversation going. Maybe I should have picked up some things. Yo, got a second? There's something I've been meaning to tell you. There's no easy way to say this, but I gotta come clean. I thought I recognized your truck. And now I remember where. I tried to make off with it once. I was so angry when your mum caught me. Oh, you tried to steal my mum's truck! Well, at least you were honest, I guess. That's something. Oh, dude, don't play fatigue cards on me. We need to get this one. We need these spare parts. Your mum was from out of town. Inventory seemed limitless. I remember thinking she deserved it. I wasn't looking out for anyone but myself back then. But an old friend convinced me to be a better brother. I've got to show little Basinio he can be successful at an honest life. Alright then, help out with those parts, bro. Don't worry, I'm not going to try to steal your truck again. I'm a new man. Problem is, I don't know how to get through little Basinio anymore. Kids just think I was so cool. Yeah, kids, hey. I can't play into that. His hand is full of trash. Maybe we have to take one of these trash cards. Sorry, I was thinking my brother. Hope he's not getting into trouble. Yeah, he's getting into trouble. Wow, turns out we need to get trash card. Like, if you don't want help, I can help out. I can do this on my own, you know. No, it's not that. It's just I have cards with words on them, and you have cards that say I don't want it. Just about being used with my brother right now. I better take it from here. No, but I need those parts, dude. Oh man, we're gonna have to take some of these. Wow. It's interesting. I wonder if we can look at the map. No. Profile. I wonder if it'll show like some of these other people what they're. No, it just shows what we have. Oh, I wonder if it'll have the new one for the people up here if they're going to be like if they're going to be distressed. Rough. Theo, shaken but not stirred, is riding his stand and collecting spilled fruit. The peaceful Oasis appears unaffected by recent troubles. The young man plays guitar beneath the shady palm while children splash in the water. I won't doggo speak to it. As you approach the familiar fruit stand, Theo stirs from his slumber upon hearing your footsteps. The horrible stories have been hearing out of Unker and Clifton. They room like an old sundry salesman take stock of what he has. I've noticed a sudden drop of visitors since it happened. I wonder if you've got, yeah, these awful fatigue cards, Theo. Oh, that's rubbish. And if I play that, I can't play into something else. Wow. He does have distress. Okay. You can pass me a fruit I've never heard of. Can't speak to anyone anymore. We're just getting nothing out of this. And if I do that... Wow. It's like you can't talk, and then it's going to ask me to talk again. You didn't happen to sample the dried mushrooms I was keeping by my store, did you? Those aren't for sale. Now I have to go again and we can't say... Ah, that was fruitless. Ah, no pun intended. Alright, I don't like having this in my deck. We move on. Alright. Dude, down in Clifton, maybe his dried crickets will help us out. Be the shortest trip out of the lot. We found Nadine. Okay, I'm gonna just check on the crickets first, Nadine. Destroyed Alexis stands amidst the ruins of Clifton Market. Their stall and shambles and signature umbrella notably absent from view. He's got some crickets though. Oh dear, customer, I'm afraid in the midst of a crisis. My store was crushed in the landslide. I've got these. Okay. So yeah, that's where I don't understand. Like, he deliberately played a card that wouldn't fit when he had cards that would fit. Like, why did you not play the chatter card? It feels like you intentionally like trying to fail. Don't intentionally try to fail, dude. You're thinking, I'm sure, can't I just obtain another table? The answer is no. My image depended on that stall. My customers trusted that stall. How can they find me in Clifton's sea of vendors now? Dude, why would you do that? I've yet to decide what to do next. Who can say? Where around here is even safe? I've moved before. Many times. Come on. It's so difficult to find stability in this world. I've heard that Buckin is sorely in need of my snacks. Yeah, they are. Maybe if I do this. Okay, play either the orange or the green. Don't play the pink start. Excuse me, do you mind not interrupting my meltdown? Dude, just don't play the wrong card. Good. Good. Whew, we got through to him. Oh, you're so patient. Take some roasted crickets with you, on the house. If I'm to move, I need to travel light. Okay, we got something. I'm going to focus. Let's go that way. Yeah. Get that extra play. And we need to do like lots of talking if everyone's going to be playing bad decks. While a few members of the caravan repair their trucks alongside of the obstructed road, Nadine is in the process of attaching a plough to the front of a cab, hoping to clear a path. We're on our way back to Bartow to start the route over again, but the caravan got cut off here in Clifton. Landslides really did a number on this place, not to mention the roads, and a few of our trucks. I figure as long as we're stuck, we may as well help lend a helping hand. If you come across any useful materials, you should consider doing the same. Yeah, well, I'm trying, but no one's talking to me. They're all going crazy. Oh, that's fine. That's what your mum would do if she were here. Funny, after all this time it appears she rubbed off on me more than I realised. Heh. Of course, if she were here now, she'd definitely be using dynamite. Mum. I figure that's why the Rookers waited till she passed to make their move. She stood up to them in Old Moray a ways back and never let them forget it either. Oh, she reckons the Rookers did this. They sure are jerks. I'll get it. Yeah, Mum sounds like a badass, doesn't she? You know she was. No crap from no one. I don't know what the plan the Rilkers have for Bartow. Got something to do with the land, I reckon. It's always about the land. Well, don't matter much to me. The way I see it, the caravan provides a service people all over rely on. As long as folks are moving to Bartow and not away from it, that's all I need to keep it on the route. Unfortunately, you're having some trouble keeping the store afloat. Not sure how long folks will stick around without it. Yeah, I seem to have been struggling to speak to people. What's that one? That's a prepare? I think that's better than a... Okay, let's have a look at the calendar. We found the caravan. One thing. We did one thing. Oh, Elias wants to bring some scrap. I mean, it's too far and we're not going to get scrap from there. Ah, the robot recognized the locket. Interesting. Hopefully we can do that loop and actually get stuff. It's a shame we couldn't get that thing from Anka. Oh no, fatigue. Doggo, can Doggo like a pat, please? So I guess maybe you just have to pat the dog whenever the option's there, even if you don't have fatigue cards. I mean, it's never wrong patting the doggo, but it'd be nice if you could get him. Isabella wants some help. Thomas is painting stuff. She's doing stuff. He's surrounded... Oh, hey! What are you doing down here, Ara? Alright, Isabella. Isabella is busy sweeping glass and pottery shards away from her shopfront. She hears your footsteps. She isn't shy about beckoning you over. Oh, it's so nice to see you. I just wish it was under better circumstances. Could you give me a hand while we catch up? You're generous, just like your mum was way back when we moved out here together. We were rivals to Thomas's grandfather and Marcus' mother. Our friendship never faltered. Oh, I see what happened there. Looks good. Oh, nice. Oh, she's getting stressed. Please play the orange starters. Oh, it doesn't matter. We win. Mum was always working to make other people's dreams possible. She came out here with me, but when she wanted to move to Bato, I couldn't say no. You're a good child. I reckon she made the right choice to raise you in Bato. Especially seeing what's become of the circle. Tell me about the circle. She's given us some licorice. Oh, some nice, soft black licorice. Poop. I want one of these. The prepare is so good though. Chat is good as well. Alright, Thomas. I should speak to Ara. He might be able to get that other card again. Up ahead, the crowd gathers along the road. You're used to Pachenko's street art attracting onlookers, but with the outdoor exhibitions damaged by the quake, you can't help but wonder what the fuss is about. Salutations, friend. You've arrived just in time for my afternoon lecture. Fortuitous. That's right. Not rain, nor snow, nor quake can stop the train of knowledge from leaving the station. Just happens I know a thing or three about trains and even more about art. Stuff. Besides our colour, there's nothing like perspective to make a composition compelling. It's all about taking risks. That's how you stand out from the crowd, I'm pretty sure. That's what I like to call the risk factor. Yeah. Besides risk factor, you've also got to know your audience. I call that the desirability index. The formula... Crickets on the brain. The formula for success is your risk factor multiplied by your desirability index. Yep, that sounds about right. Well done, my dude. Well done. Nice. Well, folks, I think that's about all the time we have for today. Normally I stick around for questions, but I have a private showing to attend. See you all tomorrow. Nice one, alright. The crowd breaks into applause there at Bowers, wrapping up his lesson. Quote unquote. Amidst the excited chatter that ensues, you resist the urge to scratch your head. Yeah. Alright, Thomas. The Phoenix! Thomas is painting trees on the walls of a newly repaired grocery store. He helps and accidentally kicks over a bucket of orange paint when he finally notices your present. Wait, you didn't do anything wrong. I just worry about being the worst painter and ruining these repairs. If only I were more like Irat, he's just so confident. I do like how he wants to go in there. Alright. That's a really good point. I'm doing my best to help fix things up. But what if I let people down? What do I want? I haven't really thought about it. A lot of people in the circle expect a lot from me. I want to make all of them happy. Can't make everyone happy, bro. Wow, you got a lot of awful cards there. Please just play an orange dart somewhere. Nice. I guess that's true. Isabella and Marquez want totally different things, huh? Are you sure that I wouldn't be betraying everyone's hopes and dreams by trying to make it on my own? I think I'm sure. Just play one thing. Nice. Thinking about the future makes me feel dizzy, but I've thought about moving to Clifton someday. Oh, there you go. Using examples for your own travels, you finally managed to convince Thomas that his own goals are important. And we got another painting. We picked up a bunch of stuff this time around, which is nice. Ooh, do I want to get another one of those? We have... Oh, we have an orange to green. We don't have a green to orange, though. But we've got an orange to both. But that lets you chatter. We'll just trade that one for like... Okay, Marquez. Need you to give us some stuff. Marquez collects the torn canvases and what remains of her outdoor art show. With unwavering poise, she holds the paintings punctured by branches or disfigured by sheer force with steady hands. Oh, I know what you're thinking. How can Marquez be so calm, so regal, at a time like this? It's because I'm always prepared for the future, you see. Nice. Oh no, we got a lot of crap here. Every single piece in this collection was insured, of course. Everything is taken care of. Mind you, it wouldn't have been possible without the circle. Okay, we need to... Well, we've got a buffer. It's yet another example of why Pachenko needs us, and why we need you. Take a look around. What do you see? Disaster or opportunity? I see... Jeez, play all greens. That doesn't work. Ah, bugger. Okay, what do we want to do? If she plays it... We need her to play a green-green. Good. You wish for more Greedfall and Virtualverse? I've got all the achievements in both of those. We need to find the next one. Ah, so you agree? I'm sure the Circle can convince a forward-thinking patron to consider buying this collection. We can call it Creation and Destruction. Our games, that's right. I'll patch up Pachenko with the proceeds, but I can't do it alone. Sadly, Thomas, one of Pachenko's brightest stars, is thinking of leaving. Yep. Because you're kind of using him. Oh, wow. Okay, we need to prepare... a double green. We got a double green in here. Or something like that. It's probably good. You finished everything in Greedfall too? Yeah, it was good. It was a really good game. Oh no! Oh, we've got a safety. At a time like this, Pachenko needs all the help it can get. Especially lucky to have a visionary like young Arad among us. Between his lectures and Thomas' cats, the visitors are sure to keep coming. That's why it's important Thomas stays put where he belongs. I don't like Marquez. She might be right, but I don't like how she put it. Maybe he can stay put here if he wants to, not because they tell him to. Ew, I'm gonna have to replace the crappy cards with good cards. Oh, that's a shame, it's a nice one, but... maybe we want to... drink a potion! Should we help Thomas stay? It's not a quest, something Marquez wants. I don't want to. I think Thomas should leave if he wants to leave. How come I not get to Hara? And we didn't get some scrap? That feels bad. And you know something about Mum's locket, but we can't speak to him. And up there, apart from it's too far away, we can't speak to them either. Maybe we should have gone to Gardens while we're up there. No, we should have gone up to Longgate while we're up there. With 3 fatigues, I don't think we can do that. Well, I mean, we're just going to come straight back home. We should have done it while we're up there. We'll try. What's the worst that happens? Maybe we get to speak to Dog and get rid of one of those fatigues. Dang. Alright, Anias. A well-dressed gentleman approaches you on the outskirts of town. The layer of dust collecting in his fitted cuffs is almost as thick as his accent. He wipes them off before extending a hand to shake. How do you do? My name's Anias. Well, it's not really Anias, but I'd rather you say the rough approximation than outright butcher it. Don't like this guy. Maybe we shouldn't have come up here. Do you need me to say it a little slower? Yes. This is not going to work. We shouldn't have come up here. We might be able to get a couple pips, but I don't think we'll finish the conversation. Am I making myself clear? Yes, you are a jerk. Loud and clear. Rip. Didn't mean to offend. Yeah, okay. There's no point coming up here. He's just... oh! That's an interesting one. Okay, maybe it was worth picking up that card then. Let's see if Mimi can help. We might get a succulent from her. Mimi's in a bit of a tizzy. She's covered in dirt and has clearly been busy digging up her succulents and stuffing them into a large suitcase. Where you going, Mimi? After reading Theo's letter, it made me realise I really do miss that gentle old geezer. Got me into thinking maybe I should move down to the desert oasis so we can pick things up where we left off. You know, is that bonkers? I don't want to hear about what you guys get up to. And yes, it's bonkers. Right, we might be able to... We might... Well, that's not helpful advice. Maybe I should stay put. Oh, sorry, Theo. We're ruining Theo's chance at a bit of elderly love. Sorry, Theo. Try again, Mimi. Oh, the rip Theo. Oh, man. You really not convinced me with that argument. Sorry, Theo. Wasn't that a waste of time up to this? To be honest, you know, I can handle the truth even if I don't like hearing it. Mimi frowns, realizing she was being impulsive. She suddenly reconsiders, opening the suitcase back to replant her suckers to soil. Mimi decided to stay put, and Theo doesn't get any elderly action. Sorry, Theo. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, I guess you really just can't please some people. And now because of that, we probably have more fatigue, so we won't be able to speak to Elias when we get home. Yeah, we should have just gone home. Should have just gone home. After a long trip, it's always good to be back home, even if Barto's looking a little extra. Okay, let's try and speak to Elias. Because last time we didn't, we missed out on an opportunity. Oh, he looks cranky. He sure took his sweet time with there, but hey, it's not like Barto was suffering or anything, and I didn't pick it. You at least find those building supplies I asked to bring back? No. Sorry, dude. Thanks for getting through the conversation. No such luck, eh? I understand. Manhart isn't worried about damage. He says people like to drink their coffee al fresco. Whatever that means. It means outside, but I think people are just going to see a hole in the ceiling. Oh! That gives a thing when you, like... I suppose it should. That's harder to double up, right? Oh, we're going to have a thunderstorm. Won't be able to keep the wool over their eyes forever, you know. People do still need their coffee one way or another. Nice, pours you a complimentary cup of Joe. And gets back to misspelling customers' names on their coffee cups. You didn't bring home scrap for repairs. I tried. I tried so hard. We did bring home... I mean, we filled up the shop pretty good, though, right? Best return trip. Samuel burst through the door, big and cheerful as ever, seeking to collect any non-perishables you found for his co-op. No less than 3 bear hugs later, he's barreling back to the roadhouse, off to cook a feast for any Bartoas in need. No one wanted the wine. Samuel bought up the roasted crickets for the Roadhouse Food Co-op. Yeah, roasted crickets. Non-perishables. The school teacher bought so much for days when her students are especially rowdy. Samuel bought up the chocolate for the Roadhouse Food Co-op. Chocolate-coated crickets. Samuel bought up the licorice. Chocolate-coated licorice. Okay, that's fine. Licorice bullets are good. I'm glad he didn't make licorice crickets. And Raven Mouse used colour the solar technician bought the painting. He likes the paintings. That's the second painting he's picked up.